Welcome to the course on effective leadership, where we will learn the concept of leadership. What is leadership? How to be a leader in real life? What is the leader's routine and how to execute it as efficiently as possible? In this course, we will cover the fundamentals of leadership that takes up 80% of the routine of all managers. Hello there everyone, my name is Chagas and I have a long history with leadership. Just to give a quick example here, for 4 years I participated in ISAC, an NGO that works with youth leadership development. At that time, I saw a lot of theory about what is leadership. I participated in many training sessions and I took on some leadership roles. I even had a team of 13 people, including coordinators. At that time, from 2011 to 2014, there was in Brazil this line of thought of working with what you liked. Find a job you enjoy doing and you will never have to work a day in your life. Those things. Those were motivational times, so to speak. So the concept of leadership preached was very participatory and servant. And I think it's great to talk about it. But since then, I have worked with for small and medium-sized companies, learning from different styles of leadership. From that distant manager who only shows up to give orders, even a leader who cared a lot about her employees and was very firm when following up on tasks. I also had that leader who just asked me how I was doing without asking about deadlines. There was also a very special case of a manager who was learning how to perform his role. He clearly did not feel comfortable in it, but he was very open to learning. This is why I created a course of my first leadership role. There are almost 10 hours of content, the longest course I created, just to talk about the daily routine. It's very complete and practical. What is leadership? Nobody is born ready. Here's what happens. For me, nobody is born knowing how to be a leader and what is leadership. From what I've observed, those people that you perceive are more natural and know how to execute effective leadership, or they are very good at mediating people because they have already been exposed to many situations, even if not in formal positions, or because they are very confident people and they are able to say clearly and firmly what needs to be done. Over the years, I have hired and trained many people in their first leadership positions. As the companies at which I worked, even a junior position, had no more than 50 employees, it was common for us to open new leadership job positions for new areas, and I had to give instruction to people. In this last company we went from 12 people to 47 people. My area was broken down into smaller areas several times, what we see in this effective leadership course. The biggest pains I've seen people face is that they start courses on leadership and management, but there is a lot of content. And there is no way you can apply everything in the first week, not even in the first month. So I thought about creating something that covers the concept of leadership, focusing on the essentials. First-time leaders are in general excellent people technically, excellent customer services, salespeople, are communicators, but they do not understand management and are lost when running meetings, making decisions, and participating in the tactical and strategic part of leadership. So I set this course on effective leadership, a series of 10 lessons with 3 goals in mind. 1. To teach the 20% of the content from the best leadership courses that I took that take on 80% of your routine. What is leadership in a daily basis? There is a number of tasks you will need to perform, if not every day, every week. 2. To cover some management and business concepts so that you can feel more confidence in making decisions and causing your leadership to make changes. 3. Last on the list, but certainly not least, how to be a leader that people enjoy working with. What is effective leadership? Let's take a quick look at what the world is saying about what makes effective leadership. Let's draw the big picture here. We will review more about the concept of leadership in terms of routine in the next lesson, but I want us to cover the big picture first here. Starting with a survey by the Forbes Council, a Forbes executive community of successful businessmen and women. For them, there are 16 skills of a leader, but I highlight 4 here. Fearless agility, earning respect, steadiness while remaining adaptable, and cultural intelligence. I mentioned this because they are the ones that stand out the most, since the others you find in other lists. Be sure to read the full article on Forbes. Another survey conducted with some US elite schools involving 20,000 executives identified 6 skills. They are ability to anticipate, to challenge, interpret, to decide, to align, and to learn. Much like the PDCA cycle that we learn later in this course. This research was published on Harvard Business Review in 2013. Now, on the 2 specialization programs that I have done to revisit the theories on leadership for this course. The first program is called Strategic Leadership and Management from the University of Illinois-Urbana-Champaign. They divide the leadership into 3 moments: individual decision making, group decision making, and managing motivation. We will cover this task in the next lesson. The second program, Inspirational Leadership from HEC Paris, focuses on the leadership role on relationship building and interaction between people. This program is very centered in a skill called relationship intelligence, defined as the ability to connect with others and establish mutual trust. This effective leadership course will draw heavily from these sources. We will address these critical skills and tasks of leaders. In the last lesson of it, we will cover these skills in more detail. This was a quick overview of the literature. Okay, let's go into practice. Before we start, I would like to say that maybe I have some kind of specific views on leadership. I don't like to say that leaders have to be cute, they